Okay, Karen, let's have a little fun with this one.
All right.
We're going to call this the 7 habits of least successful salespeople.
They'll appreciate that.
Oh yeah. Well, those that know me and know us know that this is how we have fun. Right? So let's start off with, what's your number 1? And I'll give you my number 1.
Poor time management.
Poor time management. Expand on that.
I think it's so easy when you're selling to be interrupt driven. You take whatever call comes into you. You know, oil the squeakiest wheel, and not to be cliche, but really doing the most important thing first all of the time is such an easy way. People come off track when they're selling.
Oh, that's
everybody does it. We all do it.
Oh, I've got a way better one than that. The one, my favorite one, is not talking to the decision makers. Right? Anyone that knows me out there knows that the cornerstone of my training is really focusing in on getting to all decision makers, right? We said that there is the final approver, the business decision maker, the user, and the financial stakeholder in the decisioning. And what I find is that the biggest and most prevalent problem out there is that salespeople don't get to all decision makers.
Well,
Go
there's
ahead.
bag diving. There's a,
oh yeah.
So here's how many silly ways have you heard it said? There's let's throw it at the wall and see what sticks. Let's spray and pray. Let's don't throw up in the lobby. All these things, but all terrible ways to say that if you go in presuming or selling what you want to sell and you haven't really talked to the people who are buying it to know what they really need. Bad idea.
Yeah. Well, bag diving is just a symptom.
Present.
Of course, but it's a symptom of not going in and doing enough of the investigative work to understand the business objectives and understand the return on investment case and understand timing and all aspects of the deal before you present. So bag diving really is a symptom to another least successful behavior, and that is not going in and not doing the investigative work before you apply the solution, right? 85% of a solution is a clear understanding of the problem. So another one is it's all about the relationship, right? Those that know me know,
golfing.
Sure, but those that know me know that I'm not so good with the relationship part of this thing, and I've won a lot of sales and continue to win a lot of sales because it's really all about the business objective when you're talking about high technology sales. Sure, you've got to have a relationship and people have to like you and you have to like them. But in this day and age, in this timing, it isn't about if you know their children or not, or if you've golfed with them, or if you see a ship on their mantle, that the conversation is about that.
Right.
It's all about, in 2010, 11, and 12, it's all about getting to the business objectives, aligning your solution, and demonstrating the fit and the ability to solve that customer's problem and help him advance himself in his own career within the organization.
Right. People can have a lot of fun, but that doesn't mean you're going to advance those sales. Another one, though, is people who really look at it, the salesperson looking at it only from their point of view. So many salespeople, it's the end of the quarter, I got to close something. I had a salesperson actually call me and tell me that he wasn't going to make his quota that quarter, so could I speed up my decision? That was about as demotivating as I can imagine, a reason for me to speed up my decision. So I think, salespeople thinking of it from my perspective, my quarter, my commissions, and they say it to clients on a regular basis. I think that's a surefire way again to alienate people.
To close this out, let's talk about what are the right things. What are the handful of things that you feel your sales team should be doing to win more deals?
I mean, we've touched on them all, but I think, talking to the right people, talking about the right issues, putting it in terms of how their problem is going to be solved, being fun to work with while you're doing it, but definitely solving the problems of the people who are really making the decision is what it boils down to for me.
So to be repetitive, I'll say the same. Getting to the decision makers, getting to the issues, getting to the problem, understanding it in terms of, are we helping this customer improve revenue, reduce cost, improve cycle time, meet some type of compliance, or improve quality? There's 5 business objectives that when we're working with a customer, we need to address those, put together a sales campaign that meets those, and go out there and win the business, align your fit better than your competitor, and win the business.